Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Carl Mingers. This is Aaron Barnes. We are WRME Live, Weichert Realtors, Main Edge, Mustang, Oklahoma. Hey, did you see our billboard flying?
Yes, I saw it this
Is that
morning.
cool looking or what? We're on the digital billboard here in town, and I love seeing that our marketing dollars are being put to work. Okay?
So if you come through Mustang, look for our billboard. It's on the electronic billboard.
Right there by Callahan Buildings,
Yep.
that billboard right there. I was driving by and saw that, and I'm like, that's cool. You know?
I saw it this morning.
Yeah, it stands out well.
You can't
too.
miss it.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Yeah, it does. Looks good, and we love that. Weichert, as far as the support, as far as all that stuff going, is definitely on top of it.
Well, I like actually seeing our dollars that we send back for the marketing.
As far as all that stuff.
Go towards marketing, because you don't always see that when you put money into marketing, whether it's on your personal business or a bigger scale. You don't always see that, so it's nice to actually see. We all
see the results.
Yes, and they're actually doing what they say they're doing.
Right. I'm excited about some of the things coming down the pike with Weichert. We're going over to a totally different platform as far as the CRM, our customer relations managers, because we're all about customer relationship, customer service. Customer service is a super big deal to me. Why do we not have none of our other guys following us here? What's the deal?
I'm sharing. I don't know.
We must broke it. I don't know.
But no, in real estate, like any other customer service type of industry, that
Good morning, Robert.
behind the scenes information, our CRM, how we help you makes a huge difference in how much time we can spend one-on-one with a client instead of behind the scenes doing paperwork or keeping everything up. So it's pretty exciting.
Hey, did you see the picture of Robert with the governor?
I did.
Got his bill being signed. Robert, we're so proud of you. It's just awesome. We love seeing that going on. As a lot of folks around the office here know, we're rehabbing a house for Christine, one of our office manager, and she's bought a house and rehabbing it and stuff like that. You open up a used house, a house that's 50 years old, there's no telling what you're going to find, like the 4 layers of kitchen linoleum.
Or in any situation, whether it's 50 years old or it could be even 10 years old, if it's in a situation where it's being resold as an as-is or bank-owned property or a HUD or any of those, they go in and do no repairs. So you never know what you're walking into sometimes.
There's a lot of stuff there that doesn't come up on a home inspection that you really kind of got to think about,
Like
of course,
layers of
I knew a lot about this property that we were dealing with. But, the 4 layers of kitchen linoleum isn't going to come up on a home inspection report.
No.
That's not their job. Okay, their job is to find the problems, which electrical deals don't work right, or the GFIs are correct, and all that stuff. So when you go to remodel or rebuild or get ready to move in, when you're getting ready to paint, you got to think, well, okay, this stuff come up on the home inspection report, but here's the stuff I got to look at and make a decision on what I want to do. And sometimes you need to think about that before the house purchase.
Well, whether you're flipping it or turning it into investment property or you're rehabbing it to live in, that all makes a difference in your budget.
Oh, it absolutely does.
So,
what episode are we up to? 111.
111.
Dadgum.
I know.
No wonder I'm so comfortable talking in front of this whole thing here.
But you put him in a committee meeting and he's just like,
oh, come on. Well, only if I have something worthwhile to say, and then you can't get me to shut up. But, that's just kind of the way it is,
Right? It's like cooking or something, have nothing to say. You start talking real estate, I'm like, hot dog, let's go.
And if I know something about something, I love to talk about it. Right. If I don't know something about it, I know that I'm better off to keep my yap shut. But I get frustrated with people that talk about stuff they have no clue about, especially when you know a lot about that subject. Everybody here knows I'm an old Jeep guy. Okay, I know a lot about Jeeps. I've sold more Jeep parts than
Right.
most people ever. I've been doing this stuff for a long time. And then I'll listen to these guys, and they're just yammering Jeep stuff, and they have no clue what they're talking about.
Right.
Kind of the same way in real estate. This little investor guy, we went and looked at some houses yesterday. I was looking at buying 4 houses out in El Reno. And it was one of the wholesalers that goes in, they get houses under contract, and and then they try to find a buyer for them. And I go out and look at them, and
So they pretty much buy it and sell it in the same
right,
day is what they do.
They just want a quick,
Right.
$2,000 to $5,000 deal, something like that. Of course, they were being a little greedy on these, but the first one we get to, and Sandy arranged all this for me. So
Right.
first one we get to, we're looking at it, and it's pretty rough. Okay. Even though they want $16,000, it's really rough. Okay, like the foundation is gone. It has to be new stem walls. Okay, but the guy goes. I got to go around the backyard. Okay, and then he comes back and he goes, "I need you to come around the backyard." Now, if you were out doing that, I'd say don't do that.
No.
I'm a 300-pound guy. I'm not too worried about it. Especially this guy, he was like a toothpick, maybe 95 pounds. Okay, so we go out back, and he has to open the window, and he's kind of jimmying it to get it open.
Oh.
And he asked me if I'd help him up into the window because it's kind of high. And I'm like, no, I will not do that. I said that would make me an accessory because right at this point, it's not looking very professional to be climbing through a window to open the house to show it to your prospective buyer, And later on, we got into the conversations. They have it under contract. They don't own the houses, but still, they should have had lot bosses on the houses or whatever. It should have come off much more professional.
Yes.
It was it was kind of funny.
It's the small things that can make somebody look very professional or very unprofessional.
Well, if we were in El Reno, but if we were in a small town like Union City, Barney Fife would have hauled us away, okay, and then asked questions later.
When you meant Barney Five, you would have had like 5 neighbors out there first before Barney Five even got there.
Right, since I'm on a lot of committees out in El Reno, I'm fairly well known at the county.
Right.
So I don't think I'd have had any trouble there, but you know how it is when you drive through Union City. It's just interesting. It blows me away how a lot of people get a bad reputation in real estate, but they're not really realtors. They're not real estate people. They may be trying to make some money, and that's no problem. I love people that try to go out and get ahead and make a little bit of money.
So to clarify,
help a distressed property.
Right. If you own the property, you can sell the property yourself without a real estate license. So that's the difference. So those.
And so can a wholesaler? They get it under contract, and then they find somebody else to sell it to. Okay. The problem with most of that type of real estate investment, and you see all those signs, we buy houses and all that stuff.
Right.
That's fine, but those people are only trying to do it a certain way. Okay. They want to get their house under contract, find a buyer for it, and make a few $1,000s, and that's okay. But everybody that knows me knows that I buy houses, and I do a lot of stuff a different way. What we do is we analyze your situation. If it's a better deal to list that house and get them some money out of it, we're going to do that. Okay. If it's a deal where they need money fast, we may just buy the house right then.
Well, not right then. It still has to go through closing.
Well, it's got to go through closing. But I'll tell you what, if I go to somebody's house, like Sandy took me to that one up in Bethany, and these people were in dire straits, and it was a death in the family situation, and they wanted too much for the house because it was really rough.
Right.
And it was a real emotional situation for them. I said, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, what would it take today to ease your pain and just get this off your plate? And they said, we got to have this much money right now. I said, okay, I can do that cash, and we'll close as soon as title clears.
Right.
If you want it done, that's the only thing we're going to have to wait on. We shook hands on, did the deal. It was a great deal for them because it was a very traumatic, emotional deal for them.
But I just want people that normally know it and to understand it's not like buying a car. You don't just hand them the cash and you go in the house. There's still things that have to happen. Right.
But once that's under contract, I have an equitable interest in that property, and the weight is lifted off of them. You go to list a house in an emotional deal because it takes generally 15 to 30 days to find a buyer.
Right.
Another 30 days to get it closed. So you're looking 60, sometimes 90 days to get them out of this situation. And that's where a lot of the, I buy houses deal come in, is to help ease that pain. But they're only doing it one way. We're either going to buy that house, we're going to short sell that house, we're going to retail that house, whatever, and we may retail it below market to get it sold quick, which I generally don't like to do that unless they need to, because that kind of hurts the neighborhood values, and that irritates all your neighbors. But a lot of people, they don't care. They just need the situation.
Sometimes you can go in a couple dollars under market, and it's not
move
too bad.
Quick.
Yeah.
It all depends on the condition of the house. So, I love doing stuff like that. That's one of the ways I make the better part of my living.
Right.
So.
And sometimes even us doing a regular resale, we just want them to get the most they can get out of it to get done with their situation.
Most people do.
Quickly.
They want to squeeze every nickel out of there, and that's perfectly fine. That's where we really have to analyze their situation, because a lot of times they don't know what options they have, and a lot of times by the time you take the real estate commission and any other fees and stuff like that, it's something where we can do a quick deal and get them done. They may have already bought another house. They're ready to move into that next stage of their life. Sometimes they're better off to discount their house, get it done, because it's a perfectly good house. It's not one of those, ugly houses that everybody's trying to buy and flip. There's 1,000 situations out there. That's why I love analyzing every single one, and consulting with the people, not just okay. How can I make some money off of this deal?
Right.
It's how can we serve you the best? Absolutely. Everybody that knows me knows I'm kind of a customer service freak, and I love taking care of people. That's what I was put on this earth to do.
Right.
So, big deal. Really is.
I like to take care of people.
All right, quit yammering now.
Quit yammering.
All right, what else we got going on today? We got Western Days coming up in a month.
Western Days.
Oh, we got lunch today. Billy Sims, Mustang, 11:30. If you're in real estate, interested in real estate, or just near Billy Sims at 11:30, come by and I'll buy you lunch.
Say hi. They can come say hi to us.
Yeah, just come say hi. We do that the first Friday of every month. We love to have, agents from other companies. We're not trying to recruit you. We like talking to people about real estate, and it's a good time to kind of decompress about the month before or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's just a good camaraderie.
Well, it's nice getting to know other agents too from other brokerage, because then when you work and deal with them, it's easier. You know them already.
Right. I'll tell you what. I love when I'm dealing with another agent. The deal comes together, and somebody I've worked with before that I know it's going to be.
Right.
They know what they're doing. I really have utmost respect for people that take this business serious, that get in it, do it, and they take care of their clients like I take care of my clients, and I just love working with agents like that. It makes a
great transaction for both sides when you have a good working relationship.
And when two agents from different companies, different brokerages have that kind of relationship, just think of how much that makes the relationship to the clients that much better. Okay? And that's what we're supposed to be doing. I do not believe in every fiber of my being we should not have adversarial real estate transactions. It's just I don't understand adversarial real estate agents. I just don't understand
But, just like any other industry, things happen, and we try to do our best to make it smooth. So...
Right. And sometimes we have to go back and smooth things over.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. But we're willing to do that.
Yes.
A lot of people don't like to do that.
No.
Once you're our client, you're our client, and we're going to take care of you. After the money's changed hands, a lot of times after the money's changed hands, agents are gone.
And
that is not the way it's supposed to work.
It makes you feel good too. I had a past client. She called me and she's like, "Have you seen any other properties like we just bought for me?" I go, "No, not in that price range." She goes, "Okay, I had someone come offer me X amount for my house." said, okay. I go, but I still don't think we could find anything for you in that price range that is like what you got. I go, but if it doesn't appraise for that, unless he's going to pay you cash, and that's
cash
not in
over.
the contract.
Because you're dealing with the
There's
appraisal.
no guarantee.
That from where you bought it, that appraisal is generally good for
Exactly.
like 6 months.
So we talked a little bit about some other stuff about that. And she goes, okay. She goes, then I'm good. I'm going to stay. I was like, just call me whenever, just. But it was nice that she actually called
Right.
and felt comfortable through the relationship we
That's-
had built up over the process to ask me a random question.
I have clients that I haven't dealt with for years. I had a client call me Wednesday. I've sold them 3 separate houses.
Yeah.
They just called me up, and their neighbors looking at a deal, and they were asking me just different questions about it. They said, there's no money for you in this deal, but this is the question. I said, that's the problem. That's not a problem at all.
Right.
You call me, because if I can keep somebody from making some silly mistake by
Exactly.
accident, it's great.
Well, I had another client call me. He goes, okay, this is what we're looking to do. Can you get us some numbers for what's available in an area? I said, sure. He goes, we're not looking to do anything right now. We're just looking at numbers and trying to figure out our next move. I have no problem setting up an email and answering questions,
Right.
even if they're not ready right now. That's not a big deal because it's not that big of an inconvenience to sit down and write up an email and answer a question, even
I
though
set
some
up
people,
a search for somebody earlier this week. They're not really interested in a house or anything. I've done a couple deals with them way back when,
Right.
but they want to keep a tab on the values and stuff like that. So I set them up a search with what they're looking for, or
Right.
what they want to know about, the stuff comparable to what
Yes.
they have. Eventually, they may want to sell. But I said that it took me like 5 minutes.
Right.
No,
So
well, we don't want to
I mean,
bother you. Well, it's not a bother.
It's
You call me,
not.
I'll call you, whatever.
It's not a big deal. And people, that's our job.
That is our job.
We take the time to answer your questions or do the minutes or do the few minutes to set up something. That goes a long way because not everybody in this situation or in some jobs that are commission based take the time to help somebody they might not get money off of.
I try not to look at this business as a commission based. It is, but not always.
No.
Okay, there's, and if you just look at the commission part of it, you just think differently. Okay, now I've been in business for myself since I was very young. Okay,
Right.
and I think of business a lot different. That's why when I got into real estate, it was more different than anything I've ever done.
is.
And it took me 6 months to be able to rearrange my brain to understand how some of the stuff worked and to fight the commissionitis thing. I don't, and you can tell when an agent's got commissionitis, they're going to get this thing to close no matter what. Okay, whether it's good for you or not. And that's a bad thing.
Right.
We don't like that at all. All right, gosh, we've been on here
We
20 minutes. We better get off here. You guys all going to
They're
bail
sick
on
of
us.
us. No.
Good to see you, Jessica Campbell. Glad you watched us this morning. All right, we're going to bail off of
and
here.
Keith Streeter just joins us.
Hey, Keith. Glad you joined. I think that's about it. Okay.
It is.
Well, we're Wycott Realtors Main Edge, where we do real life, real world real estate every day. You guys come see us.
Bye.
Bye.